Stephen in Brussels, thank you very much. Well, faced with constant international criticism, the Turkish government has brought in reforms to improve human rights, but the treatment of women in some communities is condemned by campaigners. There are still instances of so-called honour killings, when relatives murder a woman if she's thought to have shamed them. This happens mostly in the poor Kurdish areas of southeastern Turkey. From there, Sue Lloyd-Roberts sent this report.
A Kurdish engagement party, and no wonder the bride-to-be and her friends look so grim. A chance glance or meeting with a man who's not related or betrothed can lead to accusations which can result in her death. Once married, acts of alleged disobedience can lead to a similar fate. Fatima is one such target and now lives in hiding. After the death of her husband, she refused to marry his brother.
My mother-in-law started beating me, saying, "You're our property now. You must obey us." Then my husband's brother reached for his gun, so I ran out into the street, screaming. My brother-in-law carries a gun wherever he goes. If he finds me, he'll kill me.
Kurdish men and women live separate lives. Many women are illiterate and few work outside the home. At night, the cafes and restaurants are filled with men. Why might they decide to kill a woman?
With a daughter, it's possible to negotiate. If she runs off with a boy, you can do a deal with his family. But if your wife dishonours you, there's no negotiation. You see, your wife is your honour. She must be killed. It's the Kurdish way.
There have been nearly 300 cases of women fleeing the threat of murder in the area around the regional capital Diyarbakir this year alone. Others don't get away. Kadriye Demirel was 16, unmarried and pregnant when she was stabbed by her brother. She took 3 days to die. Her 19-year-old killer gave himself up, proud of his crime of honour. About the time that Kadriye Demirel was buried here in November last year, the bodies of 2 other young women were found dumped in the region. Many girls in southeastern Turkey are not registered at birth, which means they can live their often short lives with only their immediate family knowing of their existence and how they died. Local women took over Kadriye's funeral to protest at the number of honour killings and the tolerant attitude of the police and judiciary. Sentences have increased, but women say they need radical economic development to give them education and independence.
It's a completely unacceptable mentality which has to be tackled by challenging religious beliefs and customs. We need to empower women, to give them education and independence, and for this we need development.
And economic development in this area means joining the European Union. To encourage the economy, human rights, and some women would add, to escape their killers, they need help from Europe. Sue Lloyd-Roberts, BBC News, Diyarbakir.